depending on where you are. Because Ogadoro, ngwa make on a gather here so that we go dispatch this information where we carry come so that only open a watch ball because I don't know Man U they lose now. Bonamonto 1, Man U 0. I don't become your sports minister now. Still, anyway, wait, take me, make it just take me like that today, oh. Because that was Sunday. Even my club said they play, but I don't go call the club here so that I don't go lose followers. Because if I call my club now, and my club they top your club for league. Now me say I go don't lose you go become my enemy for that. This football of 18, they make brother, they made two brothers come become enemy because one is Man U, another one is Chelsea. Maybe the woman inside them come become Arsenal. My brother, hey, that family, now war every day. Oh. If I swear to God, now war every day. I beg, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I dey support one club. I don't go call the club. If I call the club, anyway. But the scores there now: Man U 0, Bournemouth 1. Leicester City losing under Wolves 3-0. Then Everton and Chelsea are playing 0-0. Other sports headline: contact your sports minister. No me go to give you sports information. So make my people happy Sunday because on the work well. On ademma agadacha akpariamu. Owo ha iwa butere bad condition. No be we cause am. Now waiting we come inherit. So happiness is free. You decide to make yourself happy no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, whether good or bad. I went to I cannot call it a burial ground. I call it burning ground because what they do there is they burn people. You understand? In Asia, most of them don't bury, they burn. When I went there and I see how people are being roasted like where they are burning goat, my brother, I think twice. If for a while, all the two deep. Man, when you don't know because any land attack, any land attack, but at the end of the day, I have to young. Onye ọbụla ji ma onye ukwu ma onye nta, whether you are rich or you are poor, whether you are young or old, onye ọbụla ya anwụ. And if I know to go get it, because the person mjereje witness here, as a matter of fact, is my father-in-law. I lost my father-in-law a couple of days ago, and he's supposed to weaken me because he's the man I love so much. Since I lost my dad, he became the father to me, the father figure. He plays the role, but I lost him to the hand of death. But notwithstanding, the old man, not too old, but sickness and death, they don't have respect. So they choose who to take. He survived by 18 grandchildren. 18. Come from 1 to 18. Now grandchildren where the man get. If I get like that, I go to square, make I just they go and I say I don't try. You get the point now. So make on sympathize with me. I lost my father-in-law. Even yesterday, I was live yesterday, but I am talking, but my spirit is not there. Yeah, I did live by this time yesterday. I am the one talking, but my spirit is not here. But I have to do it because any day I didn't come online, it seems to me like I'm missing something, and I know some people are also missing the kind of information I decimate. Or decimate. I better take them like that. If the English is no good, you correct me anyhow, I go block you. Yes. So yeah, that's all life be. Nobody knows when it will be you or me. So my advice to everyone here, let us rethink our actions. You know, that is not the message. It is not the message. But sometimes we need to go off key for some people, also for someone to gather at least, even if a single wisdom you learn from whatever I said, apart from the main target or the main news of Biafra. I will be very, very appreciative. Ana ebi ụwa biko enwere ihe eji ntakasị arụ eme, enwere ihe eji ịkpọ asị eme. Ahụ na ije na burial ground, jee na mortuary, jee ebe a na-agba mmadụ ọkụ, and see how people are going. We were there. Under 30 minutes, my people, they have burned more than 3 to 4 corpses. Agbacha ya ọkụ, ndị nwe ekpokọrọ the ashes and decide what to do with it. So kedu ife anyị na-atakasịrị onwe anyị arụ? Kedu ife anyị na-afụ nwa ibe anyị n'anya? Kedu ihe ewu anyị pụta ebe anyị na-eme biznes bụta ma ọ chara acha mana ọ chara acha a na-egbute ya anyhow. Emechakwa ihe niile at the end of the day, I got 6 feet. So biko, my advice, onye na-agba ya na-echeki ndụ. Onye na-agba ya na-eme gịnị? Ya na-echeki ndụ. Enwe onye jikwe ki ndụ ya n'aka ahụ. Awụrụ mma ike na-aṅụ, limit your alcohol intake, so that at least you can be able to see your grandchildren. Because ọgwa ihe mmadụ na ya ekpe ekpere, ahụrụ onye mụchaa nwa ma ọ fụrụ grandchildren o wee na-ana ka ekwere ka ọ dị, enwere ka ọ dị. So ka anyị ghara na-anwụ n'ike, biko ihe awa advice m na-enye onye ọbụla na-enyekwa onwe m ka Chineke mezie okwu. Hey my people, well, let us go settle the reason why we are here. I never see anybody here who wish me happy Sunday. I mean, because I know they go church. Hey, nah, this is my fans self, eh? Hey, nobody will even say yes. Say, hey, Okulora, how far? How are you? Happy Sunday. Irikwe nani? Oya bia na ki issue. I beg, don't take me serious. Na joke I did. Because I want us to do something now. Before the finance authorities detain Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, there was a money that be given to NKERE, who happens to be the finance minister of the Biafra Republic government, or rather the United States of Biafra, before he got the problem. The reason why these people are fighting to trample Simon Ekpa, so that when he came out, he will not ask them about that money, because that money, he shared it with his own, with his group of traitors. He shared the money with them. That is the main reason why these people are fighting. Because the only thing that will make a man to revoke against any society, against his own friend, against a business partner, is 2 things. One is money, another one is woman. These 2 things. So woman is out of the way. Money is the reason why these people want to topple the government. But according to the information here, because I'm reading from a verified Twitter account, or rather X account, and he is one of the media space to the United States of Biafra. That is where the informations, whether from homeland or in diaspora, are being circulated. You can as well log on to it. If you have X account, go to KIUTV at Kizi Uzoma. He's a Biafran, so that is, he is the one that have been chosen to be circulating news. I mean, that's what they call vital news from homeland, most especially in that security sector. So that is where this news is coming from, and it is a verifiable, it's a verified fact. You understand? So that is it. So as we move forward, before we continue with this message, there is another message we are going to attach to this, but it will be last after this one. But let me show you the headline from Daily Post. Why I'm bringing this news, it has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with the Biafra movement. It has nothing to do with the issue at hand. But why I'm bringing this news is because the person who is crying now is a founder of APC, who keep on lying to the public, who keep on lying to their future generation, who keep on even lying to their own self that Nigeria economy is bouncing back, just like what Tinubu said some couple of minutes ago. This guy is Osita Okechukwu, former DG to Voice of Nigeria, VON. He's APC chieftain, one of the founders of APC. This guy is another white-headed man that if guy is not taken, I feel call him Mpi. But let me reserve that comment because he used to watch his mouth sometimes. But I can tell you this one is Fulani stooge, Yoruba stooge, who keep on telling us that APC is the only good thing that happened to Nigeria or Nigeria. But now the same person now said, allow us breathe, save Nigeria from debt. Osito Okechukwu to Tinubu. Do people should not forget that this one is a second Igbo saboteur who is crying over this government, who keep on telling us that the government is doing good. And I still remember another chieftain of APC, and an outcast name man by name Joe Ibokwe. That one now is no more driving his car. But prior to this election, when they were being telling them that the APC is very bad party and a very, very bad thing that will happen to the people of Nigeria, they keep on shouting. He even, on that note, this guy decided to turn against the Biafrans because he wanted to support APC. And that is why his house in the Navy was burned in the first place. He turned against Biafra, he spoke against Biafra. In fact, he said he is ready to fight against anyone who talk about Biafra in Anambra State. Then when they play small video for him, the man ran into exile in Lagos State. And as it stands now, the man no get house again for Nnewi. Even his own kinsmen self don't abandon him. I'm talking about Joe Ibokwe. But that is by the way. So this news, we are going to look into it to know what this our brother is crying. Whether he should don't drop his own car the same way Joe Ibokwe dropped their own car. These are the people who are supposed to use their influence they have in the country with their old age to promote what we are doing, but rather they choose to sabotage what we are doing to support the oppressors. And now some oppressors now have abandoned them. Osito Okechukwu now, he don't have any single appointment in the government of Tinubu. Tinubu have chosen his boys. Joe Ibokwe, no single appointment again under Lagos State government. He worked first tenure. Sanwo-Olu look at him and tell him you are Omu Igbo. He drop him. Now, Joe Ibokwe now is crying that things are very expensive. Apologies, my people. Apologies. Hi. God have mercy, you. God have mercy. I swear. You see one thing about this life, my brother and my sister, you cannot keep on lying to yourself. In that country called Nigeria, the problem they have is that everybody, both big and small, both old and young, they keep on lying to themselves. They keep on lying to themselves. They know the truth. People who are still suffering, and on that suffering, they are smiling. When you ask them what is happening, they will tell you, Kosin Koko, say nothing they happen. Say everything they okay, but they are smiling. Even with empty stomach. I'm very happy that Osito Okechukwu now have come back now to shout the same way Joe Ibokwe shout. We are still waiting. A lot of them is going to shout. A lot. And I'm waiting for their cry. But as we are waiting for their cry, here are other headlines I want you to take to the bank. Debt servicing will go up over 15.81 trillion naira in 2025 budget. That one is Tinubu's government and Tinubu's country. Economy responding positively to my policies, according to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said he is the president. 2 trillion naira paid by Nigerians as ransom, despite 9 trillion naira security allocation. That's a part of the headlines. If you have time, just go to the newspaper, online newspaper. You read the content. I just want to tell you, all these ones need to also come into the picture, so that in future they will know that Nigeria government, they do budget allocation for security, 9 trillion naira. And that 9 trillion naira, plus another 2 trillion naira that the indigenes, the citizens of Nigeria, paid as ransom to the bandit. That is 11 trillion naira every year. and the security have not been better. They don't need to ego. When you talk, they say, if you criticize the government, they will come. Nigeria is suddenly sliding into autocracy. I mean, into what would I call it? Hitler kind of a government. Yes, that is what is India main kind of government. If you talk, they will look for you. Now they are putting policies and law that will forbid you or me being on the internet or blogger to curse the government officials. So even if a local government official, you say it shall not be well with you because you never do this thing, they will come and arrest you. Freedom of speech now is becoming prohibited in that country. But my happiness and your happiness too is we are going home. We are going home. And that home, we must surely get to that our home safely and sound. Can I hear a louder amen? If you don't want to say amen, now you shall be you. Me, I don't say my own amen. So let us go back to the business of the day. About Ogechukwu NKERE, let me read it the way it is so that I will come back for the analysis. But first of all, let me read the way they wrote it here. Before the finance authorities detained Prime Minister Simon Ekpa approved 15 million naira to be sent to NKERE to make provisions for Biafra police security and uniforms for the Biafra redeclaration conference in Late, Finland. In other words, what this thing is trying to let us know is that there was money that was approved. If you watch the video, or the live video, the day that the declaration or the convention started, you will find 4 guards, or rather 4 police in uniform. So that 4 police now in uniform, that is what Ogechukwu NKERE with his cohorts told the Biafran cabinet that they used 15 million naira. I don't know how much I will call it in dollars or in euro to do that, to clothe them and everything they wear without a gun or 15 million naira. So this is the money they squandered. And for them to give account, they were asking them to give account of this money. But other one they are siphoning, but this one is the most vital one. That day, everybody is waiting to unveil the Biafra police. We didn't see anybody. We see only 4. I think 2, either 3 men and 1 woman on that picture. You saw them, right? So that is where the problem lies. For them to account to this money, that is why they have chosen to truncate the government and also to overthrow the government. This is a verifiable fact. You can go and verify, or you can fact check me if I'm lying. At my age now, I don't even know what will make me to come and lie to you. At my age. You get the point now? I know besides I don't get too old though. The only bad head I get. Let us continue. Then after Simon's detention, as the convention was fast approaching, Dr. Ngozi Ezobika Orabeze wired the 15 million naira to NKERE so he can make provisions for Biafra police and their uniform for that conference. Do you know that NKERE peddled that money? Let's see where the problem come from. This is the real problem that is causing that unrest in the cabinet. Because one thing about problem, if you don't know where it started, you will not know where it finished. And if you don't know the start of problem, there's no anyhow you are going to provide solution. So this is the problem. So for these guys now to give account of this money, they said heaven must fall. In fact, they said they are not answerable to anybody, not even to Simon Ekpa. They accepted to work under this government as a volunteer, which they signed a volunteer contracts. Yes. You get the point now. So calling them now to give account of this money is like Ijebe Chuku. And that is why they are fighting in tooth and nail to make sure that they scatter the government so that the one that they hold, let it be. I'm a government, you not call anybody to come and give account. That is exactly what they are doing. And they think they will succeed. No. 4 of them or 3 of them, even 1 dozen of them, will cook for the Biafrans. And all the Biafrans will consume it. But if all the whole Biafrans gathered and cook for them, it will be too much for them to consume. That is a very simple truth. It is not a rocket science. I want a mother no or okay, had a mother to we back aka we share ora, which is the Biafrans. Or ageri, I am ageri a feature no even self. It will not do us. But if all of us gathered and cook for them, my brother, it is what they call Otilo, it don't finish. So they thought that they started with this fight. After they didn't succeed, then they go and penetrate the military, which is the Biafran army. Penetrating there now, they begin to cause a lot of havoc, creating different accounts, posting a lot of things to damage the image of the same government they claim they are working for. The same people on the blood of your own innocent Biafrans who are daily being massacred like cows. Biko kere ife aji isi wee kotere n'onwe anyị. Ana m ajụ ndị Igbo biko kere ife aji isi wee kotere onwe anyị. Let us continue. The picture that you are seeing, or rather, the picture here, we are the said police. There are only 4, let me see the picture again. Yeah, there are 4 men and 1 girl. In fact, 2 adult men, 1 young boy and 1 young girl. 15 million naira. Otilo, they don't sapa the money. Soro ndị a akwa ndị kọtụma. Well, let us continue. Ogadoro. He said the ex-finance minister, Mr. Azaya Anyogo, aka Ogechukwu NKERE, said he spent 15 million naira on 4 police officials. If not you, what you go think? Ask yourself, how can NKERE lavish 15 million naira on just 4 Biafra security police? He is using his $400 monthly salary media roaches like Sonny AKPARAWA, Raphael Chiamaka Aja Ere to gaslight you into attacking an innocent woman. Let me repeat this word again. He is using his $400 monthly salary media roaches, what he made from media, like Sonny AKPARAWA, Raphael Chiamaka Aja Ere, to gaslight you into attacking an innocent woman who wants to maintain what they call accountability. The accountability is where the problem lies. Their reason best known to them is that why must a woman will be the one to give them orders, will be the one to ask them for make account of money that does not belong to her, according to them. Ndị Mazi Obinna Victor Uzo Agbanobi 2024. That is the reporter. But before then, moving forward, there's a diagram here. And that diagram, I want everybody to pay attention. Let me see how this diagram relates to what we are going, where we are going. Because this diagram now is showing that all these people now have connection with Chinasa Nworu. All these people, all of them, they have connection with Chinasa Nworu. The diagram is Azaya Anyogo. Under it is NKERE, that is the name. Then the arrow goes Chinasa Nworu. Then this one is Raf Ajere plus Sonny AKPARAWA to equals to arrow Ikenga Uruago. Then in bracket Zam 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 Vam 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 Nzama people. I beg people who do mathematics on a day here. Tell me what this one mean. I beg comment here. I will see you. Amy want to say cho. There are no evidence. Keep dancing naked. Hey, Ekwensu Wonyojo. Chibika yourself said, now wow, these people want to make Biafrans dry, but they fail woefully. That is the truth. All the whole thing they programmed to do, they didn't achieve it. Then they want the heaven and earth to fall. But it will not fall. It will not fall. Because I am a Kareva. I can look quite Kotara. Biafran Spirit said that we don't need to hear all this because We know the truth already, and we know that these people have finished siphoning Biafran money. That is why they are fighting Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. According to Biafra Spirit, now I write this one. Tuesday said Umokoko, no longer December 12th. Fools. Which one is December 12th again? Elizabeth the barrister said, please, everybody should pay attention because I have a message for you. According to her, she said, share. Now Simon Ekpa approved this money. Then why bothering yourself about it? Allow Simon to come out first. He will request for it. So I don't see any reason why you should bother yourself about that. My brother, if you are waiting for Simon Ekpa to come outside, how can Simon Ekpa come outside when they are planning to overthrow the government because of this money they siphon? So if you don't pin them down, if you don't give them all this woto you are giving them to them now, they would have relaxed and have a better option to topple the government so that they will never account for the money. That is the truth. The same way Simon Ekpa put Nigerian government to their toes over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if Simon Ekpa didn't open his mouth to give this kind woto that they received, by now Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra would have been a forgotten issue. Even if there's anybody that will arise before that person can be able to gather the momentum, it might be too late for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get the kind of support he is getting from the Biafrans. Because the only support you can give to Nnamdi Kanu now, not to hire lawyers. Even if you hire lawyer, Donald Trump lawyer, Nigerian government is stiff-necked government and stiff-necked people. They didn't take advice from anybody. They are the kind of people that when you tell them something, they will not do it. Not until then help from where help will not come from. That is exactly the point. So the only support Nnamdi Kanu needed is to keep the fire burning. If you allow the fire to quench, they will quench Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's spirit inside DSS. In other words, they will poison him and buy him. Because once the fire quench, they will know that Biafrans have lose hope entirely. So whatever that happens to Nnamdi Kanu, nobody is going to revoke. Nobody is going to ask for any question. We'll just take it and let. So what this woman is doing is exactly what she's supposed to do. I'm trying to respond to this guy that said that he need to leave NKERE so that when Ekpa come out, he'll be the one to ask for the money. But it doesn't work that way. The definition of stupid, according to the post here by Steve Bosco, said, knowing the truth, seeing the truth, but still believing the lies people tell you. That's exactly what this represents. There's a lot of people who are commenting here, they know the truth. They see the truth. The truth is before them. But because of the nature of the kind of business they are doing, my dear, lies become the order of the day. But my prayer is that Kachineke mera ayamara. Biko, I nemehe ogenine. Biafra Revolution said all that the United States of Biafra need in this point in time is to move on and avoid all these distractions. I call it a distraction because it is not gonna take us to anywhere. Instead, it tarnishes the image of our dear nation. Anyone that is evil should please stop for Biafra's sake. My brother, they are not going to stop unless you stop them. Yes. Any people who have been doing evil, they have been mastered for evil. They have already have PhD in evil. If you are wanting them for them to stop or waiting for them to stop, my dad will not stop unless you stop them. And the only way you can stop them is put them to their toes. Call them to account for whatever. Anywhere they are handling any government. If I allow them, my dear, your own is finished. Yes. Because whenever you are eating with the spirits or the goats, you must use a long spoon to avoid their spit entering into your mouth. Because if that happens, automatically you have turned to ghost to your own self. Am I making point? Am I communicating? Let us proceed. Party said they calculate these 4 suits and shoes and tell Biafrans how much it costs. House of gossip and propaganda with your COS. You can go and verify Mugu. Ewo. With your COS, you can go and verify. Okay, maybe the 4 suits cost 15 million naira. Which have about, let me say, 13,000 thereabout, or $12,000 thereabout, dollars, $12,000 or thereabout, if I'm not mistaken. Udochukwu Kalisu said, don't mind that criminal with his PDP and the APC mentality of share the money. Everything about that criminal is money, money, money. Share the money. Who? They're talking about ex-finance minister Ogechukwu NKERE, or you can call him Azaya Anyogo. NKERE, I don't know where the name comes from, whether now his stage name or his nickname. But his real name is Azaya Anyogo. Rose Obichukwu. The Igbo race seems to be a group of useless people. Ew. As Martin Namdekano said, because if not, why would some elements post nonsense that only serves to undermine the government even more? And we are happily calling our people criminals without asking for proof or evidence. Okay, no problem. You are waiting for evidence. Evidence you shall get. But just wait. Everything is going to be made open very soon. They are compiling the evidence. They are compiling everything. Anything you have heard about these people, I have read one evidence, which is the contract signing I read the other day on a live video. People are still asking for evidence. So I can tell you that everything, including the approval of this money and also the transfer alert, these evidence are being compiled. The day I will read it out here, any Okoko who will come and comment nonsense again, I have white you. King Enemy said, what do you expect from someone with double name? Ogechukwu NKERE, AKPARAWA, Azaya Anyogo. Now you notice this one, me I don't notice I'm just I finished lamenting about that. Anyway, Simon Ekpa King said, make sure you stand in this. Do not delete it. Abi? Yusuf Bala, Onyaraka Ibu. Ew. I don't know that you are as whatever and here talking trash without evidence. Prime Minister never talk anything without evidence. Shallow brain. Ew, sorrow, agony and pain. Gloria Igwe said, if Ekpa approved it, Shikena, finito. Then we wait for Prime Minister Ekpa to come ask for the accountability. What is your business calling him a scam? Just to disorganize what Prime Minister Simon Ekpa built for years. Which, watch how God will destroy you and the people who are supporting you. No name being mentioned. So the point we all are trying to make here is not like we are trying to degrade anybody. We are not trying to spoil anybody's business. I'm not in Finland. I'm not one of the cabinet. But I get informations, verified informations. That is why whenever I speak with authority. And whenever I want to give any information, I give it with authority. Knowing fully well that I am sure of what I'm saying. We are not in the business of spoiling anybody's name or calling people's name without proof. So anybody who having that kind of mindset should please desist from it. Don't look at how they have gaslighted you, telling you all sorts of things, telling you things that are not true. Then when they are hearing the real truth, you feel that the ones they told you is the real truth, while the one you are hearing now is fake. My people, remember, a criminal is always a criminal. When you are about to kill a criminal, even putting God on top of a criminal head, he will tell you he didn't steal anything. He will still stand on his right denying. That is one thing about criminality. That is why you see Nigerian government officials, once you want to probe them, if they get to know about it, they will first of all run to the court to get injunction for you not to probe them or call them for questioning or get them arrested. You get the point now? So that is the simple truth. Anyway, before we proceed, shout out to can you anyone ask NKERE about his dual identity and where all the GoFundMe money is stashed? If he can't, then he needs to stop receiving Biafrans. I beg you, make gonna help me thank this our brother. Blue Quad Dave. Oh, this one I don't know him. I beg, brother, what is your name? Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. May God bless you and bless the works of your hand. Your name, please. Ekperimalistic Simon Ekpa. Annual look for another propaganda. This one is updated. Bingo. Ask your Madam COS to give account of the money in that new dimensions account that we donated money into. Ignorantly that she couldn't provide ordinary 5,000 ejema to pay for some items in the convention ground. Easy. Ew, sorrow. That got them paid. This one is calling them, so it's calling names, and this name calling is what we are not going to tolerate. Get the point now. So we keep on moving forward. And according to Swift, say this idiot stupidly said 15 million naira. Naira is Nigeria currency. You are all scammers. That was the money transferred to the person then, before the redeclaration. My people, how do some people understand? He said 15 million naira. Okay, maybe he will say 15 million ejema. Why we are not using ejema at this point in time? What is wrong with some people? Why can't they reason like human beings? What are their brains meant for? As far as we are concerned, even as long as I know, we are still using naira currency until we gather everything that will make us to stand as a country, get all the whole recognitions we need, then we strike and use our own currency to do the business we do in our own territory. And anyone who wishes to do business with us have to transact in our ejema. So what are you saying? He's talking about 15 million. Okay, maybe he's talking about 15 billion. Oh, Ekberima Media say, where is the evidence to back your stories? Cheap propagandist. You want us to believe the lies from your madam, so she can pay 15 million naira for uniform, but she refused to pay for the convention hall. Madman. My dear, you people don't understand English. This money has been approved by Simon Ekpa before his detention. And this money is meant for providing what they call police and security uniforms, kick them up. But these people end up using the money for only 4 people to buy them kotoma and other things. I beg, I don't feel laugh, because me when they talk this itself, even the thing itself, they vex me. I swear, the thing they vex me. But anyway, there's nothing we can do. I have a catapult. Everything is still dependent, but it's better we put them to their toes now, so that when the time is right, they will come and give account of how they spend the money and what the money is meant for. Are you hearing me now? So back to the business of allow us to breathe. I said this one I have no any connection with the Biafrans, but why I'm reading this is because the Biafran, a Biafran man, or rather an Igbo man, who is saying this, or who is doing this cry now, is part of the people who keep on condemning Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. The last time this monkey, please, let me not be rude, because this man is an old man. He's old enough to be my father ×2. The last time this white beer-headed man, Osita Okechukwu, came online, that was when Simon Ekpa had this issue. And they were asked, he said it is due for Simon Ekpa to be arrested. In fact, the Nigerian government should do everything they can to make sure that Simon Ekpa is repatriated to Nigeria to come and answer to his crimes. That is what he said. This man, being an Igbo man, a white beer-headed man, a white hair, what do they call him? This man, never condemned the killings in the southeast, never condemned the militarization of the southeast, never condemned the bombs they are throwing in the southeast as if we are fighting war. Yes, to the Biafrans, we are not fighting war. But don't forget, Musa made it clear on Arise TV, on Channel TV interview or morning show, that they have declared asymmetric warfare against the people of the southeast, not to bandits, not to criminals, not to unknown gunmen, but to Biafrans at large. That is what he said. And since he made this comment, Biafrans have been losing souls on daily basis. This white-headed man, this Asia woman, never come out one day to condemn all these things. But he's very quick to condemn Simon Ekpa. On that program, they asked him about Tinubu. He said the policies is in order. Now, he is crying. So, to put the record straight, because I made the video of that day, I'm still making this one today for the future generation to know who Osita Okechukwu is. Let us read what he said. Allow us to breathe. Save Nigeria from debt. Osita Okechukwu to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He says that the message. A founding member of All Poverty Congress, APC, Osita Okechukwu, on Sunday appealed to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to rescue Nigerians from a debt trap in order to fulfill his renewed hope agenda and allow citizens to breathe. Okechukwu lamented that he cannot fathom how the renewed hope agenda will bring the intended succor to Nigerians when the country is burdened with all manner of debts, both local and foreign. Prohibitive interest rates on treasury bills, dangerous dollar-denominated loans, and short-term euro bonds, making the physical restructuring of debt service imperative. In a statement he signed, Okechukwu humbly appealed to President, citing Benjamin Franklin's admonition that he who goes a borrowing goes a sorrowing, and called for a high-powered panel of inquiry to re-examine Nigeria's debt to uncover genuine and less than transparent debt transactions. That is according to Osita Okechukwu. Don't not go. Calm down, because all of us go judge this matter one after the other. He cautioned that the huge debt burden threatening Nigeria's nascent democracy and drains resources meant for health, education, and poverty alleviation. This man now is crying this thing now because maybe money never entered into his account. If they credit him now, you will never see him again talk about this. I can assure you that. If they credit Osita Okechukwu today, as I'm talking to you now, he will never come out again to say this. These are career politicians. Old men who refuse to respect their old age. Even when all his head, no any single black hair again, all of them don't turn white. But if you ask this man question, where he will tell you the truth, this man will divert it and answer another different thing, as if he have amnesia. That is the kind of display they always display when they go out there and you want to hit them on the truth. They became when they asked Oga about town hall meeting, he said different from Balabulu, Bulaba, and Bulubulu. And people clap for him. Let us continue. According to Okechukwu Osita, it is regrettable that the budget for defense, 4.91 trillion naira, infrastructure, defense, 4.1 trillion naira. But do you know that Tinubu have budgeted 6.7 trillion naira for his apartment refurbishment and that of a VP. But for defense, to defend the territorial integrity of Nigeria, is 4.91 trillion naira. Infrastructure, 4.6 trillion. Education, 3.52 trillion. Is far less than 15.8 trillion naira budgeted for debt servicing. Can you imagine that? Okechukwu acknowledged the removal of fuel subsidies, giving kudos to President Tinubu, but lamented that the humongous debt service has now become the new anti-production elephant in the room. Don't get tired of this message, because we are going to hold him responsible for part of the thing that happened in the southeast. I mean Osita Okechukwu, because we would have joined Joe Igbokwe, but that one, on ago. He said yes, the first subsidy is gone. A belt. The subsidy regime had links to the plainlessness and squandermania that govern the solid debt exercise. Or do we forget outliers like when Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the current WTO president, instituted a panel that probed and found that the fuel subsidy was riddled with corruption, upon which the culprits resorted to kidnapping her mother. This thing this man is citing now is what happened under PDP. This same man defended Tinubu on fuel subsidy removal. This same man now come here now to implicate himself that Okonjo-Iweala discovered that it was a scam that made them to kidnap her mother. Do you see the complications there? When they asked them why did Tinubu turn against Goodluck Jonathan 2012 when he was about to remove the fuel subsidy, knowing fully well that the economy of the country is far better than what we are today, the man leave it and answer another different thing. APC. Anything APC cannot do does not exist. I swear. Anything they cannot do, it can never exist anywhere. Let us continue. Accordingly, Mr. President should dust off Okonjo-Iweala's files and other bad loan files with the intent to recover monies and return Nigeria to a productive economy. How can you probe people under Obasanjo's regime, but you refuse to probe Buhari? Rather, you choose to punish Emefiele, who have a bloodline with the Igbos. Anywhere you are doing anything, if you are into government house, I'm talking to you now, and you are still working with the zoo government, if you are dancing any music in terms of corruption, and your head happens to be a Yoruba man or Hausa man, my dear, your freedom is at risk, because at the end of the day, now you, they go settle the quarrel, will be Igbo man. So, get sense. Okechukwu recalled with the nostalgia that Nigeria's first loan from the Paris Club in 1964 was $13.1 million for the construction of the Niger Dam. He also mentioned Nigeria's debt relief deal under President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration in 2005, where $35.994 billion in debt was cancelled. He noted, paradoxically, that day, Nigeria's debt burden stands at 121.67 trillion naira. Can you imagine that? As of then, no. So by now, this money now will have been quadrillion naira. Hey, equivalent to 91.46 billion naira, billion dollars as of 2005 we are talking about. The only way to break the fetters of the debt burden, as we did in 2005, is through physical restructuring. In other words, a high-powered multilateral panel of inquiry must ascertain our actual debt and seek debt cancellation, he said. How can you seek a debt cancellation? The government that the poor masses are suffering. You are buying private jets. Now they have budgeted to replace all the whole cars they buy 1 year ago Tinubu came into office. I mean, emphasis on all the whole car in Aso Rock. They will replace all of them. I repeat, they will replace all of them in 2025 budget, including their spoons, their forks. In fact, television, anything they purchase with government money must be replaced, and it has been budgeted for. And you want them to go and ask for debt cancellation when your president are busy building, or rather refurbishing, already built mansion for VP for 25 billion naira, and you went. If I'm the one at the helm of that affair, if you come, I will spit on your face and chase you out of that hall or out of that meeting. As old as this man is, he never reason with his own medulla oblongata. Maybe he reasoning from the other side of his body system. On what must be done, the former Director General of Voice of Nigeria urged President Tinubu to make bold decisions. Okechukwu added, I agree totally with President Tinubu that we must make bold decisions, even though they may be painful. Accordingly, The necessary bold decisions at this critical juncture are not excessive taxation or high tariffs, but a multilateral, high-powered panel of inquiry comprising eminent local and international statesmen to re-examine our domestic and foreign debts as the only answer to save Nigeria from debt trap. Secondly, plug corruption and receipt borrowing to only critical infrastructure through humanitarian groups like Echoke and Friends of Nigeria. That is the end of the message, or rather, that is the end of the cry, because this old man, he don't cry well. He don't cry well. So my good people, Jela, and I am going to give Monsieur office. But at this point, I'm trying to encourage each and every one of us. Whatever you believe that is working for you. If you believe on the Biafran struggle, continue believing. If you don't believe, then you are on your own. But the fact still remains, we are moving forward. We're not going to move backward. We have got to a point where going backward is, in fact, it is a no for anybody. No matter what they do, no matter what they try, no matter how they try it shouldn't be your concern. Your main concern should be where we are going and how we are going to achieve our goals. That is first and everything that's supposed to be in your mindset whenever you are reasoning. How are we going to achieve the goals to get more countries to recognize and accept Biafra? So as we are moving forward, my prayers and also our collective prayers is that more countries should come up with an offer, just like Ibrahim Traore have offered that he is ready to work with Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and other Biafrans who want to make changes in their respective regions, just like he is doing in his own country and in his own region now. So don't forget, Nami, Monwem Ukurora One Nation, bringing you this information. So make on enjoy yourself, when I go hear my voice again when I come back. And I also want to say a very big thanks to this my brother who give me $5 for my super chat. May the God Almighty bless you, prosper you, and enrich your pocket more from where this came from. And so shall it be. So Kachineke Mezioku, I bless you all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Happy Sunday once again, and it shall be well with all of us. Thank you, and may God bless us all. Bye for now, my people. Kemesiano.